Hello Cancerians, and welcome to your reading for February 2020. This is a reading for the collective. It's a general reading, and it's good to watch this if you are a Cancer, Sun, Moon or Rising. So take what resonates from this video and leave the rest. Sometimes if you revisit the video further on in the month of February, you might be able to pick up on some threads there that you may not have picked up the first time round. So I'm going to move into drawing some cards now, and we have the Psychic Tarot, and also I'm going to draw a card from the Mystical Shaman Oracle at the end. So at the beginning of February we have moved into Aquarius season. So this is a little bit of a lighter energy than what we've had in the Capricorn season, although there will still be planets in Capricorn. So I'm Dylan R McCabe, and I am an intuitive healer. I'm also a tarot and oracle reader, and I provide astrological birth charts for people so that they can learn more about themselves and how they tick. So let's go ahead and draw 3 cards for the month of February for Cancerians. Got some nice cards here. First of all, we have the One of Emotions, I think it is, in this deck, which would usually be the Ace of Cups. And this is a really, really lovely outpouring of love kind of energy. And really with Cancerian energy anyway, it's a lot to do with emotions, it's to do with the moon, it's to do with water. It's a very sensitive sign, so I'm really getting the feeling of this blessing of love, really. There's a lot of love being poured into your life, new energy around love, maybe through connecting with other people, but first of all it feels like filling your own cup. So as we know, it's very important to fill our own cups first and then let that overflow out into the world, and that's what I feel is happening here with this chalice or cup or bowl in this picture. It's that it's already full and it feels like an eternal wellspring. They're the words that are coming through. So I feel like you've been through a real journey of learning to love yourself as you are, accept yourself as you are. Really, there's really been a cleansing kind of energy going on in your life, and moving into February this is going to continue. And it's going to feel a lot easier to flow with life. I feel like maybe January, December even could have been quite difficult to get through with various emotions, different things happening in your emotional life. But this feels like a fresh start. Feels like brighter days. You can see the rainbow in the background there. There's like blessings and a sense of hope. And really you've brought this about yourself. However, I do notice that these 2 hands are different people's hands. So this could come through connecting with other people in February. This could come through collaboration, working with others, cooperation, community. Aquarius does really bring about that energy in general. There's this feeling of being part of the whole, the bigger picture. And also the picture on the star card in traditional tarot, which is represented by Aquarius, or the water bearer, you know, it has that same kind of energy of the pouring of the water. Yeah, so there's a real sense of renewal, the wellspring of love, the wellspring of hope, something new beginning, something fresh. And this could be to do with meeting someone who you could enter into a partnership with, whether this is a romantic partnership or a business partnership, but it does feel more emotional. So if it's going to be a business partnership, it will be something that's very heart-based for you, something very close to your heart, and something that draws on your love and passion and your emotion. So it's a very beautiful card. I'm really getting the lush greenness of everything that's around there with the trees and the grass and the blue skies. So there's a real sense of hope with this card. So here we have financial and material changes. So this could bring a little bit of, I'm going to say, instability in terms of movement when it comes to perhaps investments or work, or maybe even moving house. Things around maybe mortgages, lending money, loans, moving money around. There could be a change in the way that you save money. There could be a change in the way that you spend money. There could be extra costs that are coming in, but I feel like they are costs that you want to invest in. These are things that you're going to be spending money on that are actually bringing a large amount of value to your life. And if this is to do with a partnership and to do with working in community on a passion project, then this could be what this card is referencing. I feel like there's quite a few different avenues that you could go down, different areas that you could invest in. You could be investigating ways to make more money. You could be investigating ways to draw more financial security into your life. Material changes, I am really getting a sense of maybe it could be a new car, could be a new home, really feeling material possessions moving around. And there could be a letting go of material possessions as well. For example, if you were to move house, then quite often we downsize, so it could be a good time to downsize your material possessions. For example, if you have children and they have a lot of toys that they don't use anymore, they could be donated to charities. They could be taken to charity shops, in order for the money then to go to people who need that extra bit of help. Yeah, I'm getting the sense of maybe a loan as well, whether this would be from a bank or perhaps it's a business loan. If this is a business venture, you could need a grant or a loan to help you get set up with this. And yeah, there's a potential for this to bring up some feelings of maybe a little bit of fear. Quite often financial matters can bring some worry and anxiety, so it'd be really good to investigate all of the possibilities and all of the opportunities that are presented to you. Make sure that you're taking good care to know what you're entering into. And yeah, invest wisely. I'm really getting the sense to choose wisely when it comes to money. And this is the card before the spiritual and material prosperity card in this deck, and I feel like that's what this is headed towards, only it's not quite there yet. So there could be a need to save more money or invest money. I'm just getting really be quite wise and take time to consider options before you take any action. So we've got another number 5 card here, and this to me, again, it feels like with pouring this energy out into the world that you're overflowing with, there's a chance for you to teach others, there's a chance for you to take your light into other people's lives. So you could be a traditional teacher in the traditional sense, where you could be working with children or even young adults. I'm getting a sense of teaching in a spiritual sense as well, because this would be the Hierophant in the traditional tarot. You've reached a point where you've learned enough about yourself and you've learned enough about the way that the world works and the way that energy works to take that out into the world and help others to understand that. So you could be taking the role of a spiritual teacher in a sense. Even if this isn't taken up as a job, this could be how other people see you. You could be a light in the world, and through you being yourself and living your own values, this could really be inspiring other people to do the same and to live by their values. I'm really getting the sense with the book there, it's to do with, it reminds me of a program that used to be on here in the UK. I don't know if it's showing it all around the world, but This Is Your Life. It was a big red book, and famous people would go on and they would be presented with this book that documented all of their achievements through their professional lives and also their personal lives, their family lives and childhoods as well. So it feels like you've learned so much throughout your lifetime that you're now being presented with this book, and this book has a lot to offer other people. So yeah, that's what's really coming through with this. You could be going to other people's homes. I'm really noticing in the background there's a home here, there's a couple with a child. Yeah, there's almost like a sense of a social worker. That's what just came through, visiting people and helping them to live more balanced lives, and almost like a sense of being a carer as well. So there's potential that you could be caring for other people. But mostly I'm really getting this sense of being a light in the world and being able to use your life experiences and your wisdom to influence others in a positive way. So let's go ahead and draw a card from the Shaman Oracle. The Mystical Shaman Oracle. That's what I was trying to think of the name of the deck then. I was really involved in that wisdom card. Let's see. Okay, so the Ancient Ones. Now this really speaks of ancestry and foundations. It's the number 1 card. This can be reaching back into ancestral energies. So really connecting with loved ones that maybe may have passed, or even members of your family that you never got to meet who were way back when, and drawing on their strength as you move forward with this wisdom. We don't only have our own wisdom available to us, but we can also call on that of our ancestors, and they can often come through with messages. If you are open to connecting with ancestors, and this is something that's a part of your practice or you would like it to be, can be a very, very powerful experience. One thing I will say with connecting with ancestors and with any spirit guides is to set the intention before you sit down to meditate, that you only want to connect with beings who have the highest regard and the highest love for you, and that will present positive messages and have your best interests at heart. Yeah, there's a really kindly energy to this. Also, if you are, again, this kind of carer aspect came through, visiting people, perhaps maybe even visiting a home for the elderly. You can learn a lot from the wisdom that elderly people, the elders, have gained throughout their lifetimes, and it's important not to discount maybe elderly relatives. When they may not be as sharp as they used to be, they're still full of wisdom and they've lived long lives and they've seen many things. So thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope that was helpful. If you'd like to book in for a private reading or a healing session, or book an astrology birth chart, then you can contact me through one of the links below. I'm on social media platforms. I also have a website, and if you'd like to go and support me over on Patreon, any money paid into Patreon supports me through my account to help me to create these videos and all of the other content that I create across various platforms. So thank you so much again for watching. Hope you have a beautiful month in February. Lots of love. Peace.